Well, good morning folks, it's Paul here from Biking Life, and what am I doing today? Well, I'm having a little jaunt out, and on my previous video you might have seen or heard me saying about that I've been out and done a video on Ravenscar and I've edited it, but when I've got back the tunnel part of the film isn't good at all. In fact, I'd go as far as to say it's crap. Now, I did explain the reason why that footage turned out the way it did. So this trip today is me going to rectify that issue, and I'm going to film the tunnel part of that video again. So we're on our way now over to Ravenscar. I just thought I'd give you a little bit of an introduction to this video, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this camera off until we get to a more scenic place. Well, we've just come out, well, we're still in the village of Easington at the moment, but we're heading over towards Grinkle, and this is going to take us onto the actual moor road that I want to be on. And the reason I want to go on that road really is for quickness, because I don't want to be out all day, even though it's a lovely day. Beautiful little road this. There's a little hall down here called Grinkle Hall. I think you do weddings and all sorts down this way. I've walked this road when I've been out on my many walks, and there's the remains of a castle over that way as well to our right. But yeah, getting back to going to Ravenscar, you know, this opportunity arose quicker than I thought it was going to, and so I might as well, you know, jump on it and take this opportunity. This is beautiful, this. And I remember these woodlands were for sale as well. I was interested in buying them, but then I thought, nah, I've got better things to spend my money on. Yes, the Grinkle Hall's down that way. This road gets quite narrow and twisty down this way. That's it, Handale Abbey. No, it was an abbey, not a castle, should I say. It was an abbey. Or a priory, they're called, Handale Priory. But there isn't much left of it apart from the walled garden, and I think a sarcophagus, if that's the right way of saying it. And but it was an interesting walk, and I mean, I'm going back a few years when I went to visit that, so, you know, I mean, that's my history sort of thing coming out a long time ago. I wanted to view this ancient thing, and it was interesting. What a beautiful day. Now, I'm hoping, because of this weather that we're having, that the tunnel might be a little bit clearer than it was when I last visited it on Sunday gone. must be earmarking this for road repairs. It's a job and a half, isn't it? Well, what I'll do is I'll bring you back when there's some more nice, beautiful scenery to look at. And even though this is a nice road, I'll still bring you back a little bit later on. Well, we're approaching Whitby now. And Ravenscar is actually on the other side of Whitby. It's a fair few miles actually past Whitby, but it's really hazy here, you know, so even though the view normally from the top of this bank is absolutely exceptional, I don't think it's not going to be as good. Oh, we're going to get past you, my little friends. You know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn right here. Why don't you take up all the road with your car? That's about sums it up. So we're going to turn right here and we're going to head down this bank here, which once we get down we'll take a left turn which takes us into Russup. This left turn, and I've never been down it, so I want to see where it goes. This is an interesting little turn. I thought, why not? You go some roads that you've never been down. It's a pretty little place. Oh, it's a nice house. It's quite modern, isn't it, really? A steep little place to live. There's some lovely houses up here. There's not much chance of them getting flooded out, is there? I think you need some money to be living in a place like this. Whoa, oh God, and the views are just outstanding. I caught a quick glimpse of them there. Wow. Concealed turning. It's definitely warm, and it's 22 degrees at the moment. And I suppose, I say it's only 10 past 11. It's going to get warmer. Lovely little river there. The River Esk, that is. This is Russup, folks. And look at the little boating lake here as well. Absolutely gorgeous. And a weir just here. It is exceptionally beautiful. So we're heading over towards Scarborough. We're going to go over this nice iron bridge. And this is part of the Pickering to Whitby line. And up here is the entrance to the building a new mine, Sirius Minerals. They're mining here, and they're actually building a tunnel from here all the way over to Teesport. And as the crow flies, it's 37 miles long, which is a long tunnel. It's obviously a lot more than that if you had to go by road, but the tunnel they're building is going to be 37 miles long, and they've already started it. And there is maps of that tunnel online if you want to view it, of where it's going to be, and what, you know, and it's quite deep as well. Well, we're now on the Scarborough, the main Scarborough Road, and I love these little bits of bends that are down here too. It's very scenic. You've got lots of nice hills and that around. And I'm quite happy to bring this little video to you. It's a stroke of luck really, to be able to get an extra video, and it's not going to be just about commuting, even though I enjoy the commute. And as I say, this is the second time I've been back on the bike in 2 weeks, and you know, it's what more could you ask for? And a beautiful day to boot. Well, we've turned off the main road, which is there, and now we're heading over towards Ravenscar. This had one of the most steepest hills for the trains to climb from Farling Hall way. It was a 1 in 39, which for a train it was quite a lot. So bearing in mind that was 3 miles of a 1 in 39 hill, and being near the coastline you got a lot of the mist, and the rails were often damp, and it was a bit of a struggle for some of the trains to get up that hill. And in fact the hill goes right through the tunnel, and there's also a very, very sharp curve which curves up to the west as you enter the tunnel from Farling Hall way. And the trains would often stall, you know, inside the tunnel, and sometimes they had to use 2 engines to carry it through. Fascinating stuff. I mean, I do appreciate so much steam engines, you know, the engineering that's gone into them to make them work. You know, they're outstanding, fascinating things. This is just an absolute beautiful place to be. And I'll tell you something now, in the winter time it'd be very, very desolate, wouldn't it, eh? A very desolate place in the old winter time. But by God, I'm loving this. Absolutely loving this. When we get closer to Ravenscar, you can actually see Robin Hood's Bay over the cliffs. And the view is outstanding. So looking forward to getting down there. The reason why this tunnel was built in the first place, because the owner of Raven Hall didn't want the train tracks going across his land. He didn't want the unsightly trains and tracks running across his land, so he told them they had to build a tunnel, and if they didn't, then he wouldn't allow it. And actually he held quite a lot of the meetings that were held in order for him to do the Whitby to Scarborough line at his hall of residence. So this is actually the village of Ravenscar that we're coming into. It's only a small village, but where we are, we want to be just right down here towards Raven Hall, and the tunnel is just running under the road ahead. So it used to come from way over there, around there, and you'll see the little bridge over there. But what a beautiful place. Well, that's the tunnel done again, and it was surprising how much vapour is in there. When you were at the far end towards the Ravenscar station, you came out of the vapour, but because it goes down, and quite a lot actually, you're walking in, it's like walking into a cloud. But that was one of the reasons why that vapour was mostly always there. It got trapped in there for some reason, and hence why the tracks were always soaking. And bearing in mind it's climbing 3 miles out of Filing Hall up to that tunnel and going through, you know, on a 1 in 39 hill climb. You know, sometimes they didn't have the power to get through those tunnels, and that hence why they're stalled in there. So now we're heading back home, and I thought I'd bring you along, folks. And what I'll do is I'll keep you with me just so we get to the end of this road, and then I will say bye for now. So I'm nearly at the end of the road, folks, so I will say I've been Paul from Biking Life. Bye for now, folks. Bye. What a beautiful day.